Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Wednesday, the 26th day of May, National Blueberry Cheesecake Day. Ooh. We should celebrate. National Paper Airplane Day. Ooh. And National Senior Health and Fitness Day. Well, we're not quite ready to celebrate that. I am pretty excited about my guest today. I've got Willie Robertson and Korie Robertson, their husband and wife. They had a little program that came out a few years back that was somewhat successful. Duck Dynasty, remember that?
I do.
And they've got a new program right now. It's called At Home with the Robertsons. And this came out just a few months ago, I believe. We're going to chat with them about all of the details on that coming up. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Wednesday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new survey finds that parents expect to pay about $26,000 a year to send their kids to college. 7 in 10 parents are also feeling nervous about paying for college this year due to financial impact of COVID-19. So it shall be interesting to see how, in the grand scheme of things, this shakes out.
You know, a lot of our friends, how many of them, their kids had said, yeah, I was going to go to school, but I've decided not to go now.
Yeah, because they go, it's just not, if I'm going to do it, I'll do online classes. So.
Yep.
A new study by Russian scientists found that yoga and breathing exercises can help kids with ADHD improve their focus. That is a really good idea. I'd never thought of that. Yeah, I could absolutely see that.
Relaxation and
it's just getting us wiry kids to, to slow down, and because I that's tough for me. Like my brain doesn't stop.
Yes.
Just to sit, like to do the whole yoga thing and the breathe. I wouldn't. I don't know if I could do it. I'll have to try. I doubt it.
It would be good for you.
Yeah, it would be. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. I like to remind you that we are not making fun of the people. We're making fun of the situation. And we're just kind of, increasing your awareness, because addiction is no laughing matter. So again, we're not making fun of the addiction, but I do think it's important that we draw some attention to this. And this story today, there's really not even a person involved. There is, but they're not involved. 31 bricks of cocaine valued at $1.2 million washed ashore on a beach in Alabama. The drugs, about 66 pounds altogether, were spotted by beachgoers. They alerted the police to the finds, and they're saying, "Hey, if this is yours, you should reach out to us, and we can."
Yeah,
we can
we'll make sure it gets taken care of.
Safe return.
Yeah.
So, not exactly sure what happened there. 1.2 million pounds of cocaine just kind of got lost. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Not one, but two stories, including Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. His untitled father-daughter spy drama, announced last summer, co-starring Monica Barbaro, am I saying that right? Has been picked up now by Netflix, and they're going to do eight 1 hour long episodes.
Okay.
So it's going to be an 8 hour movie, basically. So originally it was going to be a 2 hour movie, and now they're like, hey, we're going to do 8 episodes, an hour each. Arnold was like, yeah, I'm going to go back to the typewriter.
Any guesses on whether or not I'll be watching that?
I might actually check it out. I think it'd be kind of cool. Also, Arnold Schwarzenegger confirmed that he gave Caitlyn Jenner advice about running for governor of California.
That's
he did that.
super, because he did
he
such a great
Well,
job
he
when
was
he
the
was in
governor
the
for a while.
position.
And the late, great Casey Kasem's Beverly Crest home sold for $34 million.
Oh, Casey Kasem. He
$34 million.
was an icon.
Should have been $40 million. He had, American Top 40. But it was
Wow,
$34 million.
okay.
That's all right.
That's probably what they listed at.
It was actually listed at 39.9. Again, should have been 40. That's, what was that again? Oh, yeah, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scupa of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Heidi, tell me if you think you would try this. Pizza Hut Japan is selling a pizza topped with cheese. So far, good.
Okay.
Ice cream. Wait, what? Maple syrup? What the what?
Oh.
Salt and oil. What kind of oil?
No.
Pennzoil? I'm thinking it's probably more like olive oil.
Olive oil. No.
But it doesn't
I would not
sound-
try it.
None of those things on their own are bad. They're all good on their own, but you mix those together. I don't know that there's two things on the list I'd mix together.
No.
I guess salt and oil, maybe. Pizza and cheese. Ice cream and maple syrup, maybe, but I've never even tried that. I don't know. It's a very bizarre. It's like somebody was pregnant and they go, just make a pizza. Whatever you have, just throw it in there. A team of scientists have made vodka from apples grown near the melted down Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
Is that a good idea?
Probably not. But they said, hey, what's the worst thing that could happen? Well, we'll find out in a few years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Keystone Light is now selling a grill that looks like a race car. That's cool. I'm not sure why, but that's cool.
Okay.
A new report claims Bill Gates had a, quote, lengthy affair with a Microsoft employee.
Yeah.
So the more I'm learning about him, the less I'm thinking he's a cool dude. Because I used to think he was kind of,
You thought he was a cool dude.
I always thought he was just like really, I never, cool, maybe not the right word.
I was going to say.
He's like really smart, I don't know. Now I'm going, none of this stuff sounds too smart there, Bill.
No.
Virgin Galactic had a successful test flight over the weekend, bringing them one step closer to space tourism. Heidi's already waiting to buy a ticket.
I'm not even a little bit.
It's not her
I
thing.
just don't understand why anybody.
Yeah.
That's just,
I'd do it. But I wouldn't do this, and I don't understand why anybody would do this. 33-year-old Ohio teacher's aide arrested for repeatedly having a very inappropriate relationship with a male student. Prosecutors claim there was even video evidence. So, yeah, it's too bad. The whole thing makes no sense to me. That is your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Our guests today are Willie and Korie Robertson. You might remember them from Duck Dynasty. And now they've got a new program called At Home with the Robertsons. Korie and Willie, first of all, how long have you been working on this and how many episodes are there so far?
We've been working on it forever because of COVID-19. We started this before the pandemic, actually, the discussions, and then we met and kept trying to get it out. Put it on hold, and so we ended up with 16 different spots that came out on Facebook Watch.
Started filming in January, which was fun. All of a sudden, you have people in your home again, and camera crew shows up, and you're like, whoa, this is crazy. But it's been so much fun. We loved all of our guests, and it's been a great experience.
And let's talk about some of the guests you have on there, because your list of friends is a pretty cool list.
Yeah, we started out with Yandy and Mendices from Love and Hip Hop. The cool thing about it is, we knew Tim and Demi Tebow. Tim and Demi were the only guests that we actually knew before the show. Everyone else was kind of people that we talked about with Facebook, and we're like, hey, would you like them to come? We're like, sure, come on. But we just got to be friends with everybody who came.
Yeah, we did not literally until they walked in the door.
Yeah.
And they were sitting down talking about racism. You know? It was kind of nutty.
But I think that's what makes this fun to watch, because that's how we all get to know somebody. We just sit and visit, and we learn a lot about each other.
That's exactly right, because we felt like when you invite someone into your home, it's really disarming, and so we're not trying to straighten anyone out, and we hear the fighting and bickering and people on social media just, lobbing bombs at each other, and so we thought, let's see if we can just, try to create a different environment where we can have a tough conversation, get through, go do something fun together, and really focus in on what's positive about each other and what we have in common, and not maybe the few things that we disagree on, perhaps. And a lot of people left here, and we still disagree,
Yeah.
But we became friends, and we're friendly with each other.
I think that's a good rule in life for everybody. We're not going to all agree on everything. Let's just focus on the things we do agree on, and let's not dwell on the things we don't agree on.
That's right. I think once you kind of get down to it and you look at someone face to face, you realize we're all actually more alike than we are different. Like, we probably truly want the same things. We might come at them from a different way. We might have a different ways that we think, but ultimately we want the same things in life.
Now, your family became world famous because of the program Duck Dynasty, and since that show came out, every reality show since has kind of been compared to Duck Dynasty. What was it like being that family from Duck Dynasty?
It's still strange. It's still like, because it's not like you planned for that, or it's not like we went to college to study reality TV, and then we, ended up kind of on the top of your profession in that way. So it just kind of came out of nowhere. I can remember when it first started, are people going to watch this? Is it going to fold up? And even season to season, you never know if you're going to pick back up. And but yeah, that thing was just... it was like holding on to a freight train when it happened. It was just crazy. But I think there was some, I can step back and look at it and say, what was it that people enjoyed about it? And I think that it was clean, it was wholesome, it was funny, and just people needed that. And I think there was a real spot for that. It seemed like reality TV was, at the time, it was like real chaotic and fighting and cursing at each other, and that's kind of what a lot of TV shows were doing, and this one was different, and fortunately A&E saw it, and they saw that there was something positive here.
And I love the wholesome part of it. And people might not remember, before Duck Dynasty, a lot of reality TV, it was all conflict. Did you have to fight really hard to keep your version of the show so it wasn't all just conflict?
Well, I think at first, I remember some of the first few episodes, there being some of that kind of like, wanting to drum up the drama a little bit, but we were just kind of like, that's just not who we are. We just feel strongly about being who we are, and we're not perfect. It's not like we don't ever fight. We do, we do disagree and argue or whatever, but we really, wanted to show that, like, at the end of the day, like, we're not perfect. We might argue, but in the day, we're going to come sit around the table and have a prayer together, and just that coming back together, which I think, like Willie said earlier, I just think people wanted to see and need to see, and nowadays we want to see and need to see as well whenever the world seems like everyone's fighting.
Absolutely. Robertsons, thank you for your time today. We appreciate it a bunch.
Thank you.
Let's talk to you.
Again, Willie and Korie Robertson. I'll throw a link to their new project in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
You are never more than 3 feet from a spider. That can't be correct.
Oh, that's a little terrifying.
So I got a feeling I'm more than 3 feet from a spider right now.
I don't know.
You are, except for that one that's right next to you there. She didn't even look. Didn't even flinch.
Because I know you.
Yeah, but,
I know your shenanigans.
So I don't know how they would come up with this, because I think that's incorrect. It says you're never more than 3 feet from a spider. That is today's fun fact. I think it's a big old lie, because there are times you have to be 3 feet from a spider. They can't be everywhere. I don't know. I'm calling I'm just going to throw this one out. I'm throwing the flag on the field. It can't be right.
Okay.
Can't be.
All right.
Although they say it is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline India. Politician in India is saying drinking cow urine would save you from COVID-19. It's not true, by the way.
No.
They did a study to find out. So think about how many people had to drink cow urine to find out. To do a study, they'd have to, wouldn't they?
You would think so.
We talked about this like 2 weeks ago when the government in India has come out saying, do not eat cow feces, do not drink cow urine. It doesn't help you. But there are people that are doing it. That's a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Kentucky man drove more than double the 70-mile-per-hour speed limit, led police on a lengthy pursuit. He's been arrested after running out of gas.
Oh.
May 15th is when this happened. They got a call saying, hey, there's a man driving a bright yellow 2015 Ford Mustang. He's going 143 miles an hour. That's a bit fast, by the way.
That's more than a bit fast.
47-year-old Stephen Alford subsequently led police on a long police chase. Driver pulled over at the 30-mile marker after a lengthy pursuit. Why? Because he ran out of gas. He refused to get out of his vehicle. Said he had to be. They said in the story he had to be assisted by 2 different departments to get him out of that vehicle. Bad idea, by the way. He got a whole long list of stuff here. I'm not even going to read it all. Bad stuff. Revoked license is the grand finale, though. Don't do that. It is today's
Don't do that.
Weird news.
It's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea, and it's today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. A Florida man facing felony charge after accidentally shooting himself in the leg while he was grabbing a 24-pack of soda. See, that's not what I was expecting. Saturday, he was at a Walmart in Florida. 30-year-old Kyle Griffith had a gun in his waistband without a holster. He bent over to pick up the case of soda. While bending over, the firearm suddenly discharged. Because you know what? That is not how you carry a weapon. Not at all. Suffered an injury to his upper right thigh. Thank goodness that's all. Several witnesses, including an officer with the police department, saw him take the gun from his pants after he was shot. He slid it across the aisle to his brother. Griffin could not provide...
Was he not supposed to own a firearm?
He couldn't provide any permits, anything.
Okay.
So he said, "No, I have one from Virginia," but he couldn't prove any of it. He was arrested and charged with carrying a concealed firearm back in March, by the way. This time he was arrested with what they described as a pistol. So I don't know. It's a bad idea. That's why it's today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Are you ready for this, Heidi?
I'm ready.
You've not had the greatest luck lately.
I really haven't.
She's
I
kinda
don't like
skunked
this
out.
feature.
Oh, I love it.
I'm sure you do.
It's great. Here's how we play. All right, here we go. Maple Downs, Maple, Ontario. Heidi, is it a golf course or is it a rehab
Downs.
center?
I'm going to say it's a rehab center.
Whatever you think, say the opposite. It is a golf course. You have a knack for being wrong. I mean, how do you do that?
Oh, God.
You've been wrong so much lately that it's almost like we're planning it, and we're not. I promise we're not. But that is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I absolutely love this story. First grade teacher visits a student with cancer at his home every day. It's in Pennsylvania. This teacher's gone above and beyond to keep teaching a student who's battling cancer. Barb Heim, Heim, is in her 35th year of teaching first grade, and this is just the coolest story. It was near the end of 2019. She noticed there was something off with one of her students. Instead of being active like the others during recess, Harrison Connor would turn pale and would have to sit down while other kids were playing. That is when she and the school nurse talked to the student's mother right before Christmas break. During the break, he was rushed to a hospital in a helicopter, diagnosed with leukemia.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. As Harrison fought to make his recovery, this teacher volunteered to drive out to his home after school to make sure he wouldn't fall behind. Every day since, she's brought lessons and snacks and hope. It goes far beyond her just coming here for school, the mother says. Ever since the minute he was diagnosed, she has been absolutely amazing. She has kept Harrison such a part of the kids' lives in school and making sure that he feels remembered. It's not like a teacher is coming from school to teach. She's like an aunt who's coming to hang out. She brings goodies and she's always bringing a smile. My kids will meet her at the front door with all of the latest news, and it's incredible and incredibly special. It is a really cool story.
That is absolutely beautiful.
It was recently featured on the Today Show, and currently this youngster is in remission, has another year of treatment, though. Thanks to this teacher, he will now be excelling in second grade.
Oh, how great is that?
It is.
I absolutely love that one.
And there are some people who, again, just go above and beyond. She didn't have to do any of that.
Nope.
But she did all of that, which I think is just an amazing thing. So hopefully there's going to be some good things that happen in return for her. You know, it doesn't sound like she's got any major issues going on. If she does, I hope somebody steps up and helps, because boy, oh boy, what a cool lady and what a cool thing for her to do.
For sure.
Just a great thing. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.